And that's the first day in Colorado. So guys, yeah, great, absolutely amazing first day in Colorado. These storms just keep on rolling from somewhere, and there was no forecast for storms until tomorrow. So interesting. Look at it. Alright guys, I haven't been recording much since I left Chama on the way to Pagosa Springs, but I've run into another trouble. I got hit by a pretty nasty storm. It's a total whiteout at the moment, so I made it, I don't know, like 40 miles out of the 70 or something, so there's like maybe 30 miles left to Highway 160 and the traditional exit of the traditional exit to Pagosa Springs. But that storm has brought like significant amount of powder that I've been sinking in pretty much yesterday. It almost buried my tent last night, and well, it hasn't stopped today. So I've made my decision, found a route just to drop down in elevation, and I'm just gonna go that way and well, hopefully get off the mountains tomorrow. But in a bit I should drop in a lot of elevation, and hopefully that will get better. So yeah, I don't want to call a rescue. I'm gonna try and deal with that myself, but really, until I figured that out, I was just every minute I was thinking of pressing that spot button. So anyway, I'll keep you posted. Chances are looking good, the weather not, but well, I'll push through. Hey guys, well, it's good to see you again. Welcome to the first episode of Colorado. Well, I don't even know where to start, but it's been a roller coaster since I crossed that border and got into the Colorado section of the trail. So I'm not gonna like talk too much about it. I'm gonna try and like stretch it over the time, but well, on 27th of April I attempted to continue north from Highway 17, which is just north of Chama, New Mexico, and also into Colorado. With good weather forecasts, supposedly, you know, good winter gear. I entered that section. 3 days later, I was about 40 miles into that stretch and 30 away from Pagosa Springs. I got hit by a very severe snowstorm. Obviously that piled up, I guess, between 4 and 6 feet of new snow. The pulse holding was already existent before that happened, and with the new fresh powder I was pretty much stuck. Couldn't move more than half a mile an hour. Weather was continuing to be severe with snow and very bad visibility, close to whites out. And well, I guess after that third day or beginning of the fourth, almost being buried in my tent by the snowfall, I realized it's time to bail out. However, being that deep in the mountain, the options were pretty limited, and later on I found out pretty much non-existent. So I attempted to bail out of the mountain, go in a low elevation, but I only hit a dead end at some sheer cliff drops. So some of, well, most or some of my stuff were getting wet or already being wet: shoes, socks, tent, sleeping bag halfway, partially, etc. There was no water, so hydration was a pretty hard thing. I was starting to run low on gas, and well, I had to make that call and use my spot device and call a search and rescue team, because at that point the situation was bad, shifting into worse, and to be honest, I really didn't want to find out if it will go into extreme, critical, and, well, fatal. So called the search and rescue team. 32 hours later, due to severe weather, they managed to obviously get out there and find me and evacuate me from the mountain. So simply said, I got rescued or airlifted from the mountains just before Summit Peak, which is about, as I said, 40 miles in from Chama towards Pagosa Springs. It was a pretty, you know, I don't even know how to describe that, but very stressful experience with a lot of well, anxiety after it. So luckily I managed to get out with no major injuries, just some well, I said mild hypothermia, mild dehydration, and I believe that I have got a little bit of a small frostbite on one of my toes, and some of the damaged nerves, because I still feel some numbness in my left foot. So all that has been due to the severe weather conditions and also the lack of snowshoes. Well, judging the snow conditions before 17, getting to Chama, the snow was firm enough, and even the first 3 days I was doing 15 miles, which is a good amount, so I would have made it on time if that weather didn't turn pretty much 180 degrees on me with the severe snowstorm. So I took some days to recover, recoup, and wait out for another hiker so we can team up and head out again, give it a second chance, see if we can actually make it. But to shorten the story, again, fully prepared with snowshoes this time, and I would say a fair forecast where we did expect some snowfall. On that second attempt, after the first 2 days, again getting snowed in with between 2 and 3 feet of new fresh snow. Even with the snowshoes, the conditions were pretty dangerous, so we had to bail out. We were just around Blue Lake at the time, and we had a good descent route down to Platoro Valley and Platoro, Colorado, which is just like a summer destination, summer vacation town. We managed to get out safely, without any injuries or any troubles. But that was the second unsuccessful attempt for crossing that section, and obviously facing the very unpredictable and severe weather conditions here in Colorado, which I guess make the whole cross of the Colorado mountains very, very dangerous. So having that many signs, I decided that going back in for a third time would be just the worst and the most stupid choice I could ever make in my life. So I had to, well, unofficially like call off that option and make my alternate route. So I'm out of Pagosa Springs, currently hiking towards South Fork, and literally I hit the road. So I'm gonna be road walking about 320 miles from Pagosa Springs to Grand Lake. So Grand Lake will be my next stop with walking. So Grand Lake will be my next stop, where I'm gonna review the situation, see what the conditions are up in the mountains, and really the snow pack that was out there was not the issue, it was the weather. Because if that weather hits you out there in those remote areas, you're like 40 miles one way, 30 miles another way, it's a long way when you move half a mile an hour. So yeah, I guess gonna keep you posted. The vlog continues. It's gonna be slightly different than what I expected as a Continental Divide hike, but at this point of time, I would say that my life, my safety, it's the most important thing, and nothing should be done at all costs. So I guess road walk hiking for the next 320 miles. I'll see you out there, guys. And well, it's not like main highways or interstates, so it's kind of like the countryside roads, and so far it has been beautiful. I mean, the mountains are just surrounding me everywhere, nice and green. Few cars passing by, but I guess I cannot do much more about that, so I'm just gonna have to accept it, deal with it, and keep on trucking north so I can get to that Canadian border. Well, peace out from Moonshine, and I'll speak to you soon, guys. Hey, back again. So I just want to give you some more details on like how my situation went after the rescue and everything. So I just want to put out some big shout outs to Pat and Katura, to a local couple from Pagosa Springs that hosted me the first 2 nights after I got rescued. And really, with the budget that I have, I could not really afford the prices of the accommodations out there. So absolutely role models for human beings, caring, helpful, kind, and really they didn't know me. I mean, along that they have 2 small kids, so I guess when you have 2 small kids, accepting strangers in your home, it's a very sensitive topic. However, I guess their judgment was right about me, and they looked after me for those 2 days, and I stayed again with them last night just before I headed out this morning, which was another absolutely outstanding, superb kindness that I've received along my journey this year on the Mexico to Canada hike. Well, along-ish the Continental Divide Trail. And that doesn't really end. There is 2 more things that I want to mention. The Y Motel in Chama, it's like the most hiker friendly place you'd ever be able to stop in New Mexico. So I don't want to like depreciate the other kindness I've received, but after being rescued, I mean, even during the rescue situation when I didn't even know if I actually have somebody looking for me at the time, because of the spot device being just a one-way communicator, they were out there, you know, sending their positive thoughts and prayers for me, which is absolutely, again, superb. I would not have thought that I'd receive such kindness from people that have met me just for a day or two. But that's not all. The guys actually invited me to go and stay with them for a few days, complimentary at the place, so I can recover, recoup, rest my mind and body until I'm able to get back on the trail or figure out what I'm doing. And that was again very hard for me to accept, because it's kindness that you don't expect or even believe there is out there in the world nowadays. I mean, the world's gone crazy, but there's still absolutely kind and awesome people out there. So moving forward with the shout outs, I'm gonna go down to Ralph and Wendy Perkins from Chama Trail Angels that looked after me and Philip, the other hiker that I went out on the second time. So they came and picked us up when we had to bail out at Platoro, then drove me to Pagosa yesterday, hosted us at their house for a few days, and really, I mean, the words can go just as far to express how grateful I am for their help and kindness I've received. Gretchen Whitty, again, an absolutely lovely person who I've met in Pagosa Springs, together with her partner Doug. They've been, you know, trying to like keep in touch and know that we're safe out there. And sorry about the noise. Alright, I guess we have some peace and quiet again. Not for too long though. So yeah, Gretchen Whitty and her partner Doug, they've looked after us and treated us to some food while we're like trying to recoup from the winter hikes of that section between Chama and Pagosa Springs. And last but not least, and you know, very special thanks to the sheriff department in Pagosa Springs, the Fly for Life helicopter team that got me out of the mountains during the rescue mission, and together with that, if it wasn't for my if it wasn't for my friend Ross that I met on the Appalachian Trail last year, who, you know, we've made really good friends, and I would even say family. If it wasn't for him to send me that device, the spot device, I don't know if I would even have made it out of there. I don't know, it was just like meant to be that he sent the device to Chama just before I left on 27. And if I didn't have that device, I don't know what would have happened out there. So together with Ross, my girlfriend, Eileen, like both of them were my 2 emergency contacts, you know, during the search and rescue mission. So they were like on top of everything, just like keeping everybody updated on like details, clothes, information, anything that would help the team to find me out there. So I just want to say I love you guys, and I don't know what I don't know if I'll be able to share all that with you if it wasn't for them too.